Andrew and I set out on our first black-tailed deer hunt in Big Sur, California, not too far from where I live. And we knew that success in these parts isn't easy. Only about 1 out of 10 hunts in California ends with a deer. But this wasn't just about getting a deer. It was about stepping outside of the digital grind, reconnecting with nature, and experiencing the wild in a way that's hard to find behind the screen. As we drove along the coast, we spotted a massive bull elk off to the side of the road, standing there like a statue against the ocean backdrop. Seeing that elk felt like a signal that we were leaving the familiar behind and crossing over into the wild world. The trail we hiked was tough, climbing over 2,000 feet in just a couple miles. But every step brought us closer to something real and grounding. With each bit of elevation we gained, the pressures of daily life slipped away, replaced by the sound of wind blowing through the trees and the crunch of dirt under our feet. We're getting close to the top, and then we'll scout a little bit, make camp, and hopefully we'll get some tonight or tomorrow morning. We'll see. We only have one night, so might be back here again in a couple weeks.
Made it to the top. More up.
A little more ways to go. God damn it.
It's gonna feel so good when you get there though.
Yeah.
Going way up there.
Once we reached the top, we set up camp. We knew our odds were slim, but this trip wasn't just about success. It was about pushing our limits, learning the terrain, and reconnecting with something primal. Later that afternoon, we set up to scout for some deer as the sun began to sink behind the sea.
We are glassing the last hour of the day. Haven't seen any animal other than birds today, but we were hoping that we would see something in the evening here. Sun's pretty low. We're hoping something pops out. Andrew saw something like 20 minutes ago, really quick. He thought it was like a small doe. Might have been a coyote, but I think it was probably a small doe. And it was gone like right away. So at least we saw something. Yeah, man. I think tomorrow morning's gonna be good. Yeah, so tomorrow morning we're gonna get up early. We're going home. It's just a one-night trip. But we're gonna get up really early, 5 o'clock. Make sure we're ready to go at the spot that we found to start scoping around and seeing what we can find. So hopefully we can get something right before we head home.
The next morning, we woke up early, made coffee, and headed back to our glassing spot before dawn. There's something almost sacred about those first hours of light. The chill in the air, the world waking up around you, no distractions, just the hunt. After a few hours of waiting with no signs of life, we decided to explore more trails, getting to know the area better for future hunts. Out here, surrounded by golden grass and the crisp mountain air, you realize that hunting is about more than just filling tags. It's about stepping away from the pressures of modern life, facing new challenges, and finding beauty in the experience. This place has quickly become my favorite hunting spot, especially since it's so close to home. I'm already eager to return, hopefully later this season, if not next year. Thinking back to the start of our trip, when we saw that bull elk, there was a black-tailed buck grazing on the other side of the road. It was a mix of excitement and frustration. knowing it was out of reach on private land. But that's what keeps us coming back. Someday, we hope to spot one just like it on the public land where we hunt, where we have a real shot at getting our very first Big Sur buck.